So since the NBA season has ended for many teams, organizations have made changes to their front office and coaching positions. To name a few, the Celtics, Mavericks, Pelicans, Pacers, and Trailblazers have all made big decisions. So out of all the teams, who has made the best decision with hiring and firings?
Well, after the Trailblazers and Terry Stotts mutually agreed to part ways after the Portland's first round exit in the playoffs, I mean, Damian Lillard said he wanted Jason Kidd or Chauncey Billups for the job. And ultimately, Billups landed the job on a 5-year deal. I think it's Billups' first head coaching job after working as an assistant under Ty Lue. But I think the Clippers had an amazing run this season, even without Kawhi, and I think Billups had a key factor in that. And having that experience on a team that is a title contender with Dame would be amazing. I mean, he played for 4 franchises before ultimately landing in Detroit, and he won Finals MVP in 2004. I think I think this year, even if it's Chauncey Billups' first year, I think they have high expectations for him. Maybe even past second round. I think second round is at least something minimum expectations for him. But I think higher.
Yeah, I think he was. It just all depends on, there's kind of rumors going around about what Dame thinks of this and what the fans think. So it's kind of crazy. But the Boston Celtics, when they hired Ime Udoka, I think it was a great signing because he's a player-friendly coach and he's well respected by the players and he knows what he's doing. And with that, I think that's what Brad Stevens was lacking. He was just losing. The voice was lost in the locker room. And with Ime Udoka, I think he'll be huge. He knows the game. He's played in the NBA, and then he's coached under Greg Popovich and won a championship in 2014. So he knows how to play the game. He knows the X's and O's and adjustments to make. So I think that was a great hire by the Celtics. And the Pelicans and Wizards, letting go of their head coaches, I think that was a great decision. Van Gundy didn't really work out um, on his strategy in this modern time, and Scott Brooks didn't really know how to use his players like Danny Avdija, and he used them more as spot-up shooters with Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. So I think letting those two head coaches go was a great decision for the team. The
Yeah, I
Mavericks,
agree.
yeah, the Mavericks when they made a huge gamble. I think with Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison, Kidd being the head coach and Harrison being the GM, this can be like huge for them because they can get free agents, big free agents, and because of Harrison's respect and familiarity around the league, and Jason Kidd is a player's coach, and I think he's learned from his early coaching years and can be better. But on the other side, this could also be horrible for them. It could frustrate Luca and limit the team from getting any stars or being good without a well-respected coach with little playoff coaching experience.
At least y'all get free Nikes.
That is true. A lot of Nike love there. So we'll move on to the next question where we have a lot of coach openings with the Wizards, Pelicans, and Magic. So what should these teams do with their openings?
I think the Wizards should hire Sam Castle from the Sixers or Darvin Ham from the Bucks. I mean, it's not like they would be thrown into a bad situation. He already has 2 All-Stars on the same team. They have rising up young players. They have Rui Hachimura, Denny Advia. But the only problem is with that team from there on, there's no bench depth. I mean, another candidate is like I said, Darvin Ham and Charles Lee. That's an also amazing candidate. But one thing I want to mention is those two coaches are from the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are known for their success. So I think they would be a perfect fit to these teams that have players that could succeed, but they need to do is put it together. It's hard to say who can be a good head coach without seeing them actually play coach a full on game. But
Yeah,
I'm very high on Sam Castle though to the Wizards though, and that's my most confident take.
yeah. For the Magic, I think they should just take a gamble on an assistant that has high potential. You know, like a Jamal Mosley or a Becky Hammond, because for the next couple of years, it won't matter much. They're just going to rebuild. So if you can get a coach that has high potential, I feel like you'll be set for the future. And for the Wizards and Pelicans, like you said, it's really hard because there's now there's not that many former head coaches that are on the available right now, except for like Terry Stotts. And if the Pelicans or Wizards want to try to get Terry Stotts, I feel like he'll get you to at least the playoffs, but none more than that. And it's like you said, the assistants like Sam Cassell and Darvin Ham, I think those will be great. But you said it well, like we don't know what their coaching is like. So even though there's names around there, we don't know how they're going to coach and what their style of play is.
Yeah, I think the Pelicans also are a very young team. Pel- Pelicans have a real shot at making the playoffs, and I don't think you have to do that much to make sure the Pelicans get into the playoffs. But all they need is something to glue them together. They need that stability. Like I mean, now like the Suns have that stability in Chris Paul. They need some type of stability, whether it be a coach or a player, to take them to the playoffs.
Yeah, that is true, especially with the disappointment not even making the play in this year.